What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Um, Getting into this episode of GH, I really am curious. What the hell is going on with Kentucky Fried Martin? I'm confused. I'm curious about what's going on with him because he been acting real shifty lately. When it comes to his ex-wives and the Deceptor, what is going on with him? Because he don't want Lucy to brag about him having something to do with the Deceptor. Why not? And what's the tea about his ex-wives? I'm curious because I want to know like what is going on. Is the ex-wives paying him alimony or is he paying them? Like which one is it? Like what's going on? Like does he not want people like cuz he was saying how marrying Lucy would ruin everything. Like is he getting money like alimony or something like that, and if he gets married to Lucy that would cut the alimony off, or like what's going on with him? Cuz he been acting real squirrely lately, and Lucy is starting to notice it, and I'm glad she's noticing it, and I think she wants to get to the bottom of what the hell he trying to hide. Cuz like what are you up to, sir? Something in the milk ain't clean with Martin nor his ex-wives, and I want to know who the hell are these ex-wives. Like who are they? um so yeah, I think before Lucy gets too much deep in with him, I think she needs to do a deep dive and find out who this man is. Like, what's his background? Who are his ex-wives? She needs to do a full-on investigation. And you know what? Who better than to look into this than Sam? Call Sam, call Felicia, hell, call Anna. She looking for something to do. You know what I mean? It'll give her some purpose. Find out what this man up to. So anyway, moving on from that, I love me some Laura, but I feel like she way too nice to Esme. Way too nice. And I get it. She want to keep the peace and whatnot. And she's trying to get Spencer to keep the peace, but she's too nice to this girl. I don't trust her. Amnesia or no amnesia, I don't trust her at all. She's sitting around, hovering around, listening in on conversations, interrupting dates. I don't trust this heifer. I don't trust her. Something in the milk ain't clean. I don't trust it. And you know what? I am so happy that Spencer got that fake evidence or real evidence, whatever the hell it is, in his back pocket. And he can use it at any given moment, and he knows he can. And I'm glad he got it, because he may need it. And I really feel like Laura shouldn't even be going to Russia looking for Nicholas. I don't think she should. Honestly, I get that that's her son. But I wouldn't be going there, especially when Russia's going through what they're going through right now. And it may be hard for her to even come back from Russia. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't. She doesn't even have proof that Nicholas is even there. You know what I mean? Like, that's way too risky. Um, and I don't even blame Martin, though. Like, when Martin was like, I don't do diapers, listen, I don't blame him. He's just there in an advisory capacity. I don't blame him. Because I would come by to check in on y'all every now and again. You could call me if there's a problem. But as far as poopy ass diapers, I'm not doing it, sir. Mm-mm. And you know what? Like I said before, I like the fact that Spencer's willing to step up and help, raise Ace. But they're writing it as if he's the father of this child. Like, he's doing everything a father should be doing with this child. I don't want him to waste his youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only get to be young once. Like, he should be out enjoying his life, his young adult life. But like I said, I commend him for stepping up. But don't forget to live your life too now. Being a parent it's a lot. Even a surrogate parent it's a lot. It's a lot. He gonna need to have some him and Trina time. Um, so speaking of Trina, moving on from that, when Dex was kind of talking about his past or whatever, I still feel like I don't know anything about him. Like, he talked a little bit about his past, but even from the little bit that he talked about, I still feel like he's a big ass question mark. Like, he's such a just. I can't put my finger on it. Like, sir, we need to know like your parents, what their names are, um, like who the fuck are you? I'm I still just don't know. Um, Today was actually the first day in a long time I was actually on Jocelyn's side. I actually agreed with her 1,000%. I agree with her. I feel like Spencer should definitely keep the evidence. He should definitely use it. Why not? He don't necessarily have to go to the cops with it, but I would definitely blackmail Esme with it. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I totally agree with her. I feel like Trina is so naive to Spencer. She's naive to the type of person he is because Jocelyn known Spencer ever since they were little. You know what I'm saying? She know him, and she believed that he probably didn't give up that evidence like he claimed he did. And I feel like Trina's gonna learn the hard way about Spencer. Like she wants to be this goody two shoes, and that's fine, but you're not dealing with goody two shoes type people. Like she should have did her homework on Port Charles. Like I'm just saying. And I love Trina, but it's like she can be a bit naive to people. Like if she's gonna be with Spencer, like I said a million times before, she needs to understand and learn what she's willing to put up with him and what she's not willing to put up with him. Like what's a deal breaker? Because at the end of the day, Spencer's not a squeaky clean, goody two shoes, do it by the book kind of person. That's not the way he was raised. That's not who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not that person. And that's kind of why I feel like him and Trina complement each other because she has that good side in her and he has that bad boy side. You know, he has a good heart too, but he knows when to pull that bad boy side out. And sometimes that's what you need in certain situations. You know, you can't be goody two shoes every time with some of these folks. So I guess she gonna learn the hard way because it's like, man, you need to figure out like and learn who you're dealing with. Because Spencer has his nefarious ways, and a lot of times is necessary. It's very much needed. So I definitely agree with Jocelyn on that. Keep the evidence, because you're gonna need something. I don't give a damn if it is fake and manufactured. Use it. They can't prove it. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen, I am so ready for the real Ava Jerome to stand the hell up. I am getting so tired of watching Ava be punked by Mason and Austin and be told what to do. This is not the Ava that I'm used to. The Ava that I'm used to, she's a bad bitch. Like she's bad, she's badass. You know what I mean? She don't roll over for anybody, including the man. That's the Ava that I know. The one that's quick to pull a gun on your ass. You know what I mean? She don't back down from nothing or no one. I don't know what's good with this new and improved Ava. I need the old one back because the old Ava wouldn't stand for this. She wouldn't just sit here and let somebody blackmail her. You know what I mean? She would have came out on top by now. She would have been crushed Mason a long time ago. Because I really want to know what the hell the writers are thinking. Like, this evidence Mason claims he has is so stupid. Like, the blackmail attempt is so corny. Like, he put Ava's alleged hair in a baggie, talking about he'll send it to the cops, talking about he pulled it from Nicholas's body. That's so stupid. I'm like, sir, okay, you can send that here, even if it is Ava's here. You could send it to the PCPD, but how are they supposed to prove that it came from Nicholas's body? Do you have the body? Like, I'm pretty sure he does, but it's like, how are you going to prove that it came from Nicholas's body? How are you supposed to prove that? And Mason would basically be implicating himself as well. So this whole blackmail attempt that he has is very dumb. Like, it's very stupid. Um, it's just dumb. You know, I'm just ready for Ava to kick some ass at this point because I really can't believe she's subjecting herself to this. Like, he really thinks because her and Sonny share a child that she has access to everything Sonny. Like, Sonny doesn't trust her like that, if at all. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have free reign over his home, his office, none of that. So I don't see how she's going to get anything on Pikeman. And honestly, I wouldn't even do nothing for them. I would just call their bluff at this point. Because I was confused by the whole Avery being missing situation. Because I wonder if Ava did set that up to make it seem like Pilar is incompetent or whatever. Like she dropped the ball so she could get her fired. Or did Avery just run off or something? Or did somebody really take her? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get the scenario here. Like, what's really good with that? So anyway, moving on from that. Tracy is so relentless. I really want to know what's going on with Tracy because she was on that phone with some mysterious person talking about they partners and whatnot. I want to know what the hell is going on with this deceptor business, like in deception. Like, what is she up to? And you know what I was thinking? I wonder if this deceptor stuff that Tracy is trying to figure out is it connected to Martin somehow? Like, is it connected to him and his ex-wives? Because he doesn't want to be associated with the Deceptor. He's basically begging Lucy not to brag and tell people, like, Martin has something to do with it. He's trying to keep it very hush-hush. So I wonder if it has something to do with Tracy's scheme and whatever she's up to. Because she kept pushing BLQ to go back to work. And Chase was fed up with it at that point. because he was like, with everything going on, and I can't say I blame him, because with everything going on with Ned, you can't possibly expect her to go in nobody's office right now. You know what I mean? But Tracy just all about Tracy at this point. Tracy don't give a damn. Even if they in crisis mode, all she can think about is her needs and her wants. She don't give a damn about nobody else. Like, I think at some point BLQ probably gonna figure out what Tracy up to. She gonna figure it out. Cause if she's Tracy's granddaughter, she got a knack for figuring some things out, and BLQ ain't no slouch. So moving on from that, I was so shocked that they actually showed an old photo of Lois. I was so surprised by that. So I wonder if Lois is really coming back. I would hope so. It was funny as hell though. Ned did not recognize nobody in that picture except his old Eddie Main photo and his guitar from the 90s. Olivia looked like she was hurt and offended. Like, out of all things that he remembers a dusty old guitar. I would feel so embarrassed if I was her. Like, he don't remember you, his mama, his ex-wife, his children. All he remembers is a dusty guitar from 30 years ago. That's all he remembered. That is sad. Nina is just walking on thin ice at this point. Like, she's sitting here calling him Eddie, and I'm like, Nina, don't start. Don't do this. Because she has a knack for doing that with amnesiacs. Like, sitting there playing into it like she did with Sonny when he was Mike. Like, she has a knack for doing shit like that. I feel like Nina is definitely going to get blamed. When it's all said and done and it comes out, she going to get blamed. Because now that BLQ know that she was there when Ned fell, she probably going to confront her. She definitely going to confront her. And I would hate to see Nina get blamed for all of this. You know, because she's definitely going to get blamed for Ned falling. She's going to get blamed for the feds being up Carly and Drew's ass. And in this whole storyline, I feel like Nina didn't do anything wrong. I mean, maybe that's, just me, but that's just my honest opinion. I feel like she didn't do nothing wrong. You know, her tipping off the feds or whatever, or having her lawyer do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She didn't commit a crime. So if people want to get all up in arms about her snitching on people who actually committed a crime, then that's their little hypocritical business. I don't think she should take the blame on this one. Olivia just need to go home. I understand she don't want to give up on her husband or whatever. I get it. But she needs to fall back a little bit. Like, she just need to get that man some space. Because her keep crowding around him, bringing her little delectables over, and trying to talk to him and trying to jog his memory. I just feel like that's going to further make him want to go. It's going to further push him away. It's like, give the brother some space. You can't keep hovering. Like, oh, we got to figure out our next move. And the next move is to just sit your ass down and wait. That's your next move. Stop trying to force this man to remember, because you're just driving him crazy and driving him further away from you. It's probably making him suppress his memories even more because you keep trying to force it. Let it go. Give him some space. Shit. But I would be happy if Lois came back. I really would. Because I would wonder, like, I know Olivia probably would be a little jealous that his ex-wife is back in town. But you know what? It's time for Lois to pop back in. It really is. Even for a little short while, I would be happy to see her. So anyway, moving on from that, I cannot believe somebody done tagged Anna's house and put murder on her front door. I was so pissed by that because she seemed to think it was a prank, like it was some kids doing it. But I agree with Valentine. I wouldn't take no chances. Because for all we know, that could have been somebody from the past, some psycho. We don't know. I mean, they didn't trip off the alarm system. Like, she needs some better security, some ADT or something. She need to get that ring door camera. Like, she need to put some cameras up around that house. I'm just saying. Like, I understand she fearless and she doesn't want Valentine, missing out on this Russia trip or whatever. Because she feel like she could take care of herself if danger lurks. But I do feel like she definitely need to send those pictures to the cops so that way they can at least patrol the neighborhood or something. Keep an eye out. At the very least, it still may not do no good, but still, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're dealing with. It could have been some psycho who put that up there. You know what I mean? Like, they're on the property, security, your security alarms is not picking up on this stuff. That's a safety hazard. So I don't blame Valentine for not wanting to leave her by herself. Even though she's more than capable of taking care of herself, but still, it's like, you don't know what you're dealing with this. It may not have been a harmless prank. You never know. But I love their relationship though. I'm really digging Anna and Valentine as a couple. There's nothing that man wouldn't do for her. And you can tell she really loved him. But she would feel better if he just went to Russia, and not worry about her. Because I agree, I feel like she gonna be fine. Anna, if it's one person that's gonna land on their feet, it's gonna be her. Like Anna's definitely gonna do something, and like I said, I think she just need to go on ahead and be a full on private investigator. I think that would definitely add some purpose to her, because at least she could still be an investigator and stuff like that. She could still help people do what she loved doing, So I think she should definitely dabble in that space. Um, so anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.